Spy Kids 3, Game Over, has Junie go into a video game to stop the toy maker and to save Carmen, his sister. So the positives on this film are, I like the concept of going into a video game and playing a game. I always like that concept of going into a video game and like you could die in the real world if you die in the video game. They don't say that in this movie, but they just say that it's a game over. I think they actually say that you can't re-enter the game, but still, regardless, like the going into a video game and it's pretty dangerous. I like that concept. This is probably one of the first movies that I've seen do this concept. One of the first movies that I've seen, or one of the first TV episodes or media, I guess. One of the first media that I've seen do this concept that I remember. So it actually makes for entertaining kids action. The robot fight in the beginning, the first challenge, is pretty cool. The bike race is the standout moment of the film. I actually really like that. That's always been entertaining. The huge ramp was cool, and then somebody falls in between that. The boxing glove was interesting. And the cool bikes that they were on were pretty cool. So I liked that. So that scene has always been just so entertaining for me. When they're surfing on the lava, that's pretty cool. So I really like that. I actually like the games that they play in this video game. It's pretty interesting. Another positive is the toy maker, played by Sylvester Stallone, is a pretty good villain. He's in a lot of the film, and he's pretty entertaining to see such a big actor being in Spy Kids. So I really like that. I really like to see him in Spy Kids 3, so I enjoy that, because actually this might have been the first thing that I have seen him in, years ago. And then about a year ago, I've seen some Rocky films, and then I have seen the entire Rambo franchise. So I really enjoy Rambo. I enjoy Rocky to a degree, not really my thing, but Rocky that franchise is a pretty good franchise. I personally like the First Blood Rambo franchise a little bit more, but that's just me. So it's actually cool to see Sylvester Stallone in Spy Kids 3, so I enjoy that. So that's it for positives. On to the negatives. The first negative is the graphics look horrendous. When they're in the video game, it looks bad. Nothing is practical. Like Spy Kids 1, or even to a degree Spy Kids 2. Like, at least in Spy Kids 2, the animal hybrids were like CGI, but the island was real. The island that they were on was real. I think maybe some rides in the beginning in Spy Kids 2 might have been real. I'm not really sure. At least when they were moving, that probably was CGI. But there might have been some practical stuff at the carnival in Spy Kids 2. But nothing is practical in Spy Kids 3. So it's kind of I'm honestly not sure what is practical and what is CGI. I know the floor looks CGI. I know the background is CGI. Any monsters and creatures are CGI. I don't know if the bikes for the bike race was CGI or not. That could have been real, but I'm not really sure. And to go along with that, the 3D effects are pretty annoying, especially when you're not watching it in 3D. They just constantly get in your face. I mean, like once you get into the video game, they're always putting stuff in your face. It's very prevalent when you have these weird frog creatures and they have tongues. Their tongues just going right at the screen. So I mean, like, there's other stuff that just go at the screen. So it's just really annoying. So I really don't like that. Another negative is it kind of has a tendency to introduce like things moments before it's important to the film. So I've noticed that just a few times. So I really didn't like that. Like there was the guy that there was the guy concept, like he's the guy. That comes up right before the race, because Junie has the costume from the game, or the armor from the game, and then they're like, oh, you must be the guy. The guy! And so then they said, like, oh, we're gonna race to see if you're the guy. So that was a little annoying. For whatever reason, Arnold's family was mentioned like right before the fight between Arnold and Junie, because like for whatever reason it's like, oh, we're gonna fight, and then Junie says, hey Arnold, why are you in this game? Oh, it's because my family needs the money. How are you getting paid? And why do you mention your family now? So that was annoying. The Deceiver plotline comes up 56 minutes into the film when there's like 30 minutes left of the film. Like, hey, I gotta tell you something. There's a Deceiver in the movie, or there's a Deceiver in the video game. So watch out. Those could have been some cool plots and a little cool of a mystery throughout the entire video game section. Otherwise, that's not really interesting. And then of course, the most random one, maybe not random, the most useless one is the real guy. The real guy comes and he says, like, I'm the guy. Let's have bountiful riches, and I'm here to save us. And then he's immediately killed, like, a minute after he comes on screen. So it's like, that was pointless. And they even say, like, okay, Junie, you're the new guy. Or, you're the guy again. You got that? So, don't ruin it. Or whatever. So, it's just, they did that so many times that it got repetitive and boring. And that's just not really good storytelling. So that's it for negatives. In the end, this is very flawed. But I've always thought it was a little more entertaining than Spy Kids 2. So, again, this is not a movie I'd recommend unless you have nostalgia for it. So I actually have nostalgia for it, so I can actually watch this a good bit. So I can actually enjoy this. And I'd say this actually makes for a good final chapter in the Spy Kids franchise. If it was the final chapter. So I actually enjoy Spy Kids 3 Game Over a good bit. That's my review on Spy Kids 3 Game Over. Thanks for watching.